In this morning's virtual membership call, pretty much every single person had the question of, when should I do Kegels? Ever? And so I walked people through today how to assess whether they needed to do Kegels or whether they only needed to do pelvic floor release. So here's how you do it. We always need to have our finger in our vagina. That's how we're gonna know what's going on in there. So before you do a release, you wash your finger, lube it up, stick it in your vagina, and then you're gonna do a Kegel. Now, when we do a Kegel, we want to really think about not only squeezing, but also lifting. So our aim is to squeeze all the way around the finger from base to tip, and then lift the finger up into the vagina. That's gonna get the whole pelvic floor from the superficial layer to the deep layer. You're gonna make a mental note of how that feels. Where is it the weakest? How strong is it? Make a mental note of kind of what your baseline is. Then you're gonna go do your pelvic floor release, whether that's wand and finger or just wand or whatever you've been instructed to do. And then once you've made a change as far as muscle tension goes, you're going to put your finger back in and reassess whether that Kegel has changed. So if the Kegel significantly got stronger after your release, then we don't need to do Kegel training. We only need to focus on the down training and internal pelvic floor release, because your pelvic floor gets stronger just by having more room to contract. If your Kegel had no change or it got weaker, that means that your pelvic floor doesn't really know what to do with the new length that you gave it. And so that pelvic floor would benefit from Kegels after. However, when we do Kegel training, we always want to do it after we do a release, and in between each Kegel, we need to make sure we release all tension. So we need to do a few pelvic floor breaths down to that butthole to let go of tension, make sure the whole Kegel has been let go of before we do it again. Now, our end goal for pelvic floor coordination is to be able to easily do a Kegel, squeeze and lift, recruit all of the muscles with ease, whether your finger is in there or not, and then be able to let go of it entirely. We also want to be able to do a few quick contractions without significantly losing our strength along the way. And we want to be able to hold, ideally for 10 seconds. I just say be able to hold without a huge drop in strength right off the bat. A lot of the times people will have a huge drop in strength within the first couple seconds, and that's what we're looking to improve. But we have to coordinate finding it and letting go of it first.